Hello everybody, and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all doing as well as possible. I'm sending you all a great, big, giant hug. For today's video, we are going to be doing a distance Reiki session for nurturing. I think through almost every step in the process of spiritual healing, of our spiritual journey, we could use some nurturing. But I think particularly in the last 2 years, that's been a really big aspect here for many of us, and a continual longing for that, from my perspective at least. So I was going to do a different video today, but this one just kept coming to the forefront of my consciousness, so I felt called to do this. So let's take a moment here together to arrive here. So in whatever way we can, if we can leave what I like to call the rucksack of burdens, the backpack of burdens, just beside you here, we can just very gently take it off our shoulders and place it beside you here. And let's arrive together. One of my aims in creating this channel was to create a safe space for us here to explore this spiritual connection, a spiritual side, free of self-doubt and judgment. And if not free of those things, then at least accepting that we don't have to believe all of those things. So together, let's take a few deep, rejuvenating breaths. And at this time, really allow yourself to feel supported by the earth beneath you. Really give your weight over, and if you can, just start to invite in some gratitude that you are being held up, that you are being supported, that in some ways the foundation of your experience right here in this moment, the foundation of that is one of support. You are being held, you are being supported. So we'll start with that foundation, with that grounding. And from there, we will encourage that energy to blossom. I'm going to grab some sage and we'll start doing some clearing. So wherever you are in your breathing cycle, in just a moment, we're going to breathe together here. So what we're going to do is we're going to inhale in a comfortable, warm, glimmering light. We're going to inhale this in. This warm, glimmering light is going to move in through your nose or mouth, whatever is most comfortable for you. It's going to travel down your throat, expanding this area, down into the chest, down into the belly, if possible and comfortable, filling up this whole area with warm, glimmering light. Like a golden sap almost, sort of drizzling down. So together now, if you've been doing it on your own, that's great. We're going to do it together now. Breathe in. Breathe out. In and out. Obviously at your own time and pace. Just knowing that we're in this together. We are connected by this process, our inhales and our exhales. Connected to nature deeply. So for this session, and until I see you again, maybe you can start to ask yourself how you can nurture yourself. How you can invite more nurturing energy into your life. I'm a very nurturing person. I love nurturing others. I know many of you do as well. So, where I see that being a benefit is when you can start to nurture yourself, when you can start to nurture that inner child, nurture your wounds. We all carry wounds, or imprints, or energetic residue and remnants. So if you can start inviting that energy in, then it's easier to move from a place of kindness and to nurture others, I think. But I think it's a process. for this whatever next period until I see you again, I'd like to invite you to just try to ask yourself, how can I nurture myself in this moment? Okay, lovely. Going to light our candle and set our intention for this session. This is sandalwood and smoke. And if you had a candle and you wanted to join me in lighting this candle, then flame to flame, we can further connect through time and space. And you can set your own intention. Love that sound. So on behalf of your highest, wisest, most empowered and aligned self, in loving comfort and perfect balance, I wish to conduct this distance Reiki session for healing and nurturing. Now you can clarify this intention or set one of your own. If you're moving through something at this time that you would like to ask for more support in, as long as it's in alignment with your highest self. This flame is now open for you to do that, and we'll honor it through this session. Okay, I'm going to place this over here. I can flicker away for the rest of the video. A little bit of lotion here I'm just going to put on. I never usually do this in sessions. Do it before or something. But I just wanted to, nurture myself, ask what I need at this moment. So if there's something that you need, and it can be very simple, like just checking in if you need to moisturize your hands, or if it's something, like drinking maybe a glass of water. Or if it's, a bit more in depth than that, I need to have a good laugh with a friend. Or if you need a laugh and you don't necessarily have a friend, you can listen to a good old podcast or watch something. Check in with yourself and see what you need and see if there's a way that you can give it to yourself. And I think that's a beautiful thing that we can do, is to really start paying attention to ourselves, our wants and needs, and really honoring them, recognizing how important they are. if you wanted to take a moment to do something, maybe you need to adjust yourself. Maybe you need to forgive yourself. Some of these are easier said than done. Some of these are multifarious and going to require a lot. But there are so many ways of nurturing ourselves, and if we begin planting the seed, then it can just get easier and easier. The messages from heart to head will become clearer of what we want and need, and how we can start to give those to ourselves. Okay. And this is some sage and cedar wood. I think this is the first time that it's actually been what's in this bottle. One of you asked recently, this is just an old recycled bottle, and I just put different essential oils in here. Then I use it as a spray if you're doing something like this. Just make sure that you are clearing out the bottle regularly, and try to use an astringent or something to make sure that it's sterile. Witch hazel would be good for that. Some kind of alcohol could be good for that. I like to use purified water, essential oils, and charge it in the full or the new moon, depending. But so usually it's something different, but today it actually is what it says on the bottle. I have some sage and some cedar wood in here. And I think that with things like this, when we intend for something to fulfill a purpose in our ritual, I think that's a form of nurturing as well. Doing things with intentionality, taking time for ourselves. Very challenging. I know many of you struggle with that, but really taking time for yourself. Spraying down at your feet now. And above your head. And now spraying my hands and around me. So the first stone that I'm going to invite in is this piece of carnelian. I think of all of my stones, this is probably the one I go to first for nurturing energy. It's got a very nurturing energy. I like to meditate, holding it in the palms of my hands, just outside of my sacral chakra, 2 to 3 fingers beneath the belly button. But it's got a beautiful, gentle, nurturing energy, but it's also a powerful stone. So there's probably a lesson to be learned there, that there can be great power in gentleness. So I'm just moving this through and doing an initial kind of just, not scan, but this initial movement and flow, just to fill up the space with a nice base of nurturing energy. Carnelian is a great stone for creativity. It's a great stone for anything to do with the womb, any kind of maternal healing, any healing in sexual relationships or anything like that, romantic relationships, any healing, reproductive kind of stuff, romantic relationships. So this can be a really nurturing stone. And I think for something like nurturing, I would be called to more round stones, polished stones, palm stones, or, sometimes calcites. Calcites can have, even if they're not round, they can still have that. They have a very gemmy feel to them. So I would say really trying to find a stone that feels tactile, trying to find a stone that feels, a round stone is going to bring off and emit a gentler energy. Whereas points, it's got a different energy, more focused, a bit more intense and piercing. Clusters have this, not erratic, but it's got a very, kind of goes everywhere and gets things moving, and it's a bit more of a kind of jolted, activated energy to it. Whereas this is very balanced. It's like comes in waves, energy from a round stone or, sphere or polished stone, palm stone. Raw stones have this really kind of spontaneous, sporadic kind of energy. So just to kind of go over the different formations of these stones and how you can use them in your practice. So I feel like we just want to fill this area up. I'm going to go down your left leg, come up and go down your right leg now, staying about a foot away from your body. And down your right leg. Get my lunges in. So as much as we need tough love and, the sort of truth to cut through delusion and to cut through any of that, that's not really what this session is about. For this session, we're inviting in a sense that we do that work and understanding that hopefully we're doing that work. We're making sure that we're living with integrity and being honest, being open, trying to practice non-judgment. And this nurturing, enveloping, I'm hoping it feels like a warm hug. This video is a break from all that. Let's just take some time to honor ourselves and nurture ourselves. So there's no indication here or implication that we should, that that nurturing can, exists on its own, I'm mainly saying that if you're new to this channel. Because I think that we all know it takes balance. We need balance here. Beautiful. Okay. Have our little incense box, and I'm going to light some incense and draw the sacred Reiki symbols here. Lovely. This is our frankincense. I think frankincense is, I've been really craving it lately. I think it's this specific incense, just using it a lot. And I think that it can be really useful and really helpful for kind of getting, cutting to the root of the matter. Really getting connected in the spiritual space. So I'm going to be drawing the symbols outside of your heart center. And I'll be muttering the words under my breath here. Chokore, chokore, chokore. Seiki, seiki, seiki. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. So, further clearing anything here. And if there's anything that you call to mind and would like me to clear here, you can just say to yourself or aloud, I'm ready to clear this. Ooh. Did you hear that? The candle just chirped up. Clearing that. Clearing that here. Okay, great. I'm going to place my hands on your crown here. Sending this beautiful, warm light in through the very top of your head. You are held, you are heard, you are cared for. Now placing my hands on your third eye here, right on your forehead. I'm sending to this area refreshing, cool energy. If you want to imagine almost like a misty blue light, gentle, cool light coming in from my palms to your forehead and swirling and swimming around the mental plane. You are seen. You are wise. You are intuitive. Now placing my hands outside of your throat, not touching you, just hovering my hands hooked underneath your chin, sending this beautiful, calming energy, expansive energy into the throat area. You are heard. You easily express your truth. You are open and communicative. You use your words for kindness, to spread compassion. Hovering my hands outside of your heart center here. You are loved. You rest in non-judgment. You are caring and you are cared for. You are forgiving. You are accepting. You are universal love. One love. Placing my hands on your solar plexus, 2 to 3 fingers above the belly button. I'm sending this bright, vibrant sunshine energy into your solar plexus here. And you're capable. You're strong. You have so much potential. You can be and do whatever you want. Beautiful. I'm getting a really vibrant energy coming from the solar plexus today. I'm placing my hands on the sacral, 2 to 3 fingers beneath the belly button with all the respect in the world for your comfort and your boundaries, as always. You are creative. You are nurturing. You are worthy of being nurtured. Hi, baby. My dog wants to come in and be nurtured. We just did a session with Georgie on Patreon. I'm placing my hands on your hips here. Again, with all the respect in the world for your comfort. Hold on one second. So placing my hands on the outside of your hips here. Sending this beautiful nurturing energy into this space. And bringing that energy in, if you have a child or, if you have someone or a being that you are responsible for, or if you have a niece or a nephew, or even, I know it's not the same at all, but even if you have a pet, or if you have, anyone, a family member, a friend that you take great care of, that you nurture, that you feel that connection to nurturing. See if you can treat yourself with that same care. I just want so badly for you to know how worthy you are of your own care and attention, your own nurturing. And I want to help support you as you provide that for yourself. Okay. I want to do several videos on nurturing. I want to do several different videos with this theme. As always, I love hearing your requests for different video themes, what you're working through, what you're moving through. And I just want you to know that I have an ongoing list of sessions, and before I create a video, I always go through and look at the list to make sure that I'm creating the sessions that you need, that will support you. It's kind of a long list, but please feel free to, leave any session requests, and just know that I have received them and I'm working on it. I want to thank all my patrons. Thank you so much. That community has grown and continues to grow, and that's just really exciting and a huge honor for me. It feels, it's really cool. It feels, like you believe in me and support this channel and all of that, so thank you. One thing I wanted to mention here, and I'll mention it in another video as well, is that I'm almost at 40,000 subscribers, which is insane that there are almost 40,000 of us here. It doesn't really compute in my mind. But I wanted to do a live stream for 40,000. So if you haven't subscribed and you'd like to see a live stream, I would really appreciate it. But you don't have to do anything. You being here is enough. Just do as much as you feel called to. I've also had one of you reach out saying that you're not getting my uploads, not getting notified of my uploads. So if you click on, if you're subscribed to my channel and this is happening, then if you click on the bell, I think it should notify you when I upload. But if that doesn't work, let me know and we can try and figure something out. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. This one I think is a short and sweet video. Hopefully sweet. And I'm sending you all so much love and support. Okay, we're gonna do the rattle and then we'll close. using this little owl rattle, starting at the crown and moving down. This thickens up the aura, helps us create a nice thick protective barrier around us. Just sealing in this practice. You are divine. You are connected. You are expressive. You are loved. You are strong. You are creative, and you are emotionally available. You are safe. You are safe. You are safe. Thank you again for joining me. And until next time, be well. Just making sure that your little friend is receiving the kind of care and attention that they need. And so, you can already start to kind of do some hands-on healing. So, make sure that you set an intention on behalf of Georgie's highest, wisest, most empowered, balanced, and aligned self. Reiki with Anna.